my boy Chaz here, he's gonna listen to my song. He's gonna listen to, you're gonna love this podcast all day long. What's up?
What's up?
Hey man, welcome to You're Gonna Love This, episode 8.
Hey, I love it already.
Oh, thank you. The lovely baritone voice you are hearing is my guest this week, fellow improviser on Dad Jokes.
Dad Jokes.
Overall comedian. Podcaster, formerly.
Former podcaster.
Yeah, getting back into form.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see.
You know what I think about? I think about, like, man, do I want to do this every week? And I'm like, is it really that hard, Chaz?
It's not that hard.
It's not that hard.
No.
Get your ass up and do it.
He said his name? Chaz Rodgers is here.
Chaz Rodgers. Hey, thanks, Adam.
Yeah.
It's dope, man.
Thank you.
Awesome.
So, reiterating the concept of the podcast, You're Gonna Love This is a show where every week I have a different guest on, and I listen to what they think about music and then try to write them the perfect song at that moment for them.
That's so ambitious, bro.
It is. And I have the most surprising news that I thought I would have. I'm going to recap now for you listeners at home and for Chaz. What happened last week. My guest was Huvi Guevara, another dad joker. And to my amazing surprise, she told me that the song I wrote was perfect for her. I did not think it was. I thought it might never happen on the show, let alone in the first 10. So I was floored.
Yeah. Huvi looks like she's hard to impress.
You know, I thought she would be too, but she was real open to it. She was just real.
But that's the thing about it. That's why I think she's probably so complex. Because she is super dope. Yes, dope person.
She's a onion with a lot of layers.
Yeah, man.
And yeah, before that, I had no perfect songs. Not a surprise.
0 for 7.
0 for 6 on the first 6, and then so now I'm 1 for 7.
There you go.
That's not a good percentage in baseball. That's under 200.
That's a bad percentage in anything.
Yeah, that's one.
There's not a thing on earth that's a good percentage on.
No, except for like writing a perfect song. That's pretty
much.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with that percentage. But yeah, other than this ridiculous pursuit, you want
to go 1 for 8, batting, shooting, fucking hockey, like I'm sitting you.
Yeah, you're on the bench.
You gotta get benched.
Yeah, I think
they just released Alex Rodriguez, who they're still paying like
so much money
a year. And he was like, "Yo, dog, you're 1 for 8. Sit your ass down."
I wish someone would pay me even a fraction of a cent of what Alex Rodriguez is getting
paid.
And
to fire you? Oh man,
I don't know. If they fired me from this podcast and still were paying me, I'd be okay with it.
Hell yeah,
that's fine. There's nobody to fire me from this. Just me.
It's just you. Yeah,
I can fire myself if I want to.
The thing about being an entrepreneur is that it's only you.
Yeah, I'm my own boss, which means...
Get in here!
I'm not a very good boss, though. You know, I don't think most entrepreneurs are very good at bossing themselves around.
No.
Not comedians, at least.
No, I would be so much further if I had a real boss in my life.
Yeah.
Like, someone would be like, hey, man, get your ass up. It's 9 o'clock. I'm like, fucking 9.
That would be nice.
What time did you wake up? You woke up early.
I did. Well, I didn't really... I told you before this podcast, I basically didn't sleep last night.
Oh, yeah.
So I woke up, I started doing things around 5. Yeah. I was just in bed, not sleeping until 5, and then
I used to be a guy like, I'm going to be up when the sun rises.
Really?
Yeah, and then somewhere in my last 2 or 3 years of my life, I was like, man, it's 12?
That sounds good.
12 p.m. is like...
It's a nice time to wake up.
10 is like 9 p.m. like 9 a.m. is early to me. I'm like, god damn, it's 9? I've
been on a solid, like, before 9. Waking up for a while now, which I think is pretty. 9 is a good time to wake up. I think that's a good time.
9 is great. 9 everybody's usually at work already.
Yeah, and I'm like
hating life, right?
Stretching and getting ready for the day. Okay, Chaz. Let's get into this interview segment.
Let's do it.
First question. What is your emotional state right now? How are you feeling in the moment?
Is this exact moment or like in my life moment?
Let's go with life moment. I think that's a little easier to write for.
So in my life moment, I'm feeling probably is underachieved. Is that a emotion? I don't know how to put that in emotional. I feel...
You feel like you're underachieving for yourself?
Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit. I feel a little... I have my good moments when I feel great. I always feel eager and ambitious.
Okay.
Right? I'm always like, great, today, let's go be better than yesterday. Mm-hmm. But I have this anchor, like, it's like, yo, what, where this big emotional ball I'm dragging, like, let's go.
Yeah.
Get your shit together.
Every
I'm not
day.
gonna carry you around forever. Right.
You gotta though.
Yeah.
It's you can't cut that emotional
not yet.
anchor loose. It's hard.
I'm waiting for that moment when I'm breathing. I'm like, I haven't been proud of myself in a long time.
Oh, that's sad.
Isn't that sad?
You're a great guy.
I know, but I think I've achieved a lot, and I haven't passed some of the other achievements that's probably happened in the past.
Okay.
So I'm in a drought. I'm 1 for 8.
Oh, okay. We're in a similar area, although mine's with a very tiny pursuit that I give myself, and yours is general life.
Yeah, life. In life, I am 1 for 8.
Ooh. Well, let's try to get that percentage up.
I know.
We can do it.
It's only been these last 10 years. My high school, like anything before 18, I was killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then once I became an adult, it went straight to shit.
I think a lot of people feel that way. I don't think you're alone in feeling like your adult life has been a little wasted. Especially 20s.
So
Everybody
easy,
wastes
dog.
their 20s.
Yeah.
It's not
Right.
It's not that rare.
I wasted the whole 10 years. So. It just got good last year when I turned 30.
Well, that's... Hey, as long you can recognize it, as long as you can,
Here comes 31. I'm like, all right, we're better than we were at 20.
That's most people are not self-aware enough to even notice that they're failing. They're just like, "What's wrong? Why am I not happy?"
Bro, I've noticed it instantly. I said,
Okay.
"This is failing. Oh, I'm here. This is it."
All right, I think I can work with that emotional state. Here's a question that I have to ask every guest now.
Okay.
My friend Byron was my second guest, and I wrote him a song, and one of the lyrics was something along the lines of, the sun is shining in the clear sky, or something like that. Mm-hmm. And he was upset with me because there were clouds in the sky that day. Yeah, and so...
That's so petty.
Yeah, I agree. I think pretty much every guest who has come on afterwards, I've just used it as a cathartic thing for myself to keep shitting on him every episode. But you're fine with lying in songs, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, everybody. I think everybody besides Byron is. But now I feel like I have to ask it, and I don't want it to
lie your
fuck
ass
me over
off.
again.
Nope.
Okay.
But
all
now I'm probably just gonna fuck with you anyways.
Yeah, that's okay.
I feel like I just misconstrued the whole. What's it when you mess up a science experiment? It's like tampered with,
Right.
Now you're.
It's like the double-blind experiment, but there's already somebody looking and understanding everything. But okay, so good on lies. How you feel? Okay, so let's talk music.
Let's talk music.
Yeah. So all I got, which you seem to enjoy when I did my little intro song, all I got right now is my guitar and my voice.
Yep. Which you do both very well.
Oh well, thank you, Chaz.
I had no idea.
I don't.
You're so gifted. You fuck.
Oh, I've never really thought of myself as a good guitarist because I went to school with just a bunch of amazing musicians. I went to Garfield High School in Seattle. Shout out Bulldogs.
I was thought they were like cats.
No.
But
yeah, we had one of the best jazz bands in the country.
Okay.
So I was always watching those amazing musicians.
Yeah.
There was a class I took called Independent Music Study where one of the kids in it was writing
had this in
an
your
orchestra.
high school?
Yeah.
Good God.
It was the most bullshit class. It was just
But the options.
It was a good option. It was a great option.
We had band. It was.
Well, we had. So it was our orchestra teacher who taught it, and he was in his office, which was across the hallway in a different room from where all of us were.
Okay.
Because that was the orchestra room where a bunch of people were, and we were in a little corner of the jazz band room.
Okay.
And so you would just come in every day and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna be in there now, I promise."
Right.
And he'd be like, "Cool," and then
gotcha.
you would just do whatever you wanted to do.
Independent.
It was very independent. I didn't start talking about music. Let's talk. So
music.
what do you like? What's your favorite guitar music?
Guitar music. All right. So I don't do a lot of guitar music. I'm a huge hip hop fan.
Sure.
So But when I think of, I only know like a few bands that I really like, and it's like I'm a big fan of Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay.
I think they're probably one of the greatest I've ever heard. It's funny now because I think people shit on them now, but I'm like, you guys forget like they were like kings.
Yeah.
For like 20 years.
Well, I loved... There was... Stadium Arcadium came out when I was in middle school.
Yeah.
And that album was fantastic. I loved that album.
I felt like... So, like, I caught it late. Like, I caught Red Hot Chili... I was already 20-something. Uh-huh. So, like, late 2000s? Mid-2000s. Right. So then I was just like... I had to go back. And I was like, oh, these dudes are dope. And so... I was a big fan of Metallica. Okay. But Metallica's, like, a little too heavy for me.
Well, that's good because I don't have the ability to play my electric guitar anyway and record it onto this shitty microphone. So
I was like anything like too heavy kind of got me. I loved it's funny I can't remember Mike Shinoda right now, but you know.
Dream Theater? Is that the band?
No. Mike Shinoda, Chad, Linkin Park.
Linkin Park, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. I was a big fan of Linkin Park.
Probably not going to do any rap rocking today.
And then
if I had to guess, but
that's funny because then I go into like Limp Bizkit. Yeah.
You were into the...
I wasn't huge into it, but my best friend was. Okay. He pretty much was Fred Durst. He was a white dude, wears his hat backwards.
Oh, man.
It's funny, man, because every, like, white rapper that came out, he pretty much embodied for a while.
Okay, so it's just whoever he wanted to be.
Yeah, whoever was, like, cool and hot at the time. He was, like, and then then I think Limp Bizkit, Fred Durst was probably the first one who was like, I'm rock and roll and I'm hip-hop.
So awesome. I can do both?
I can do both.
Have you ever seen, there's a video of Fred Durst playing a guitar solo, and it is the worst piece of bullshit that I've ever heard. He's a terrible guitar player.
So I remember the dude who was with him in Limp Bizkit was dope.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name, but I remember they broke up. I used to know his name.
I don't know it.
But I remember he was like awesome, and then everything fell apart for those guys. I think who else I really like.
I'll tell you though, as far as guitar bands that I listened to a lot when I was growing up, Red Hot Chili Peppers is definitely really high up.
I still I was listening to shit the other day. I think they're still like amazing.
I just heard some more Red Hot Chili Peppers when I went home for the weekend a couple weeks ago. You ever heard the song? I don't know if you remember it. Wet Sand from Stadium Arcadium. It was a double album. So
I'd have to hear it. I don't think I would know by the titles. I don't know any titles.
That's fair. That's not your job. Well, anyway, I just love they have a new guitarist now since like 2012 or so, but their original guitarist, second guitarist, I guess, John Frusciante, is my dude. He's so good. Okay. He came on like around Under the Bridge. That was I think one of his first.
Like 99 or something like that?
Yeah, somewhere around there. So that's real. Okay, so Red Hot Chili Peppers is like if
we're talking guitar music.
Yeah.
Then I remember I don't know exactly. I don't know the names. Like I know I liked songs by Maroon 5. I don't know what you call that music.
Okay. That's like almost just pop with rock instruments. It's close to it. It's like I guess it's just like almost just straight ahead rock is the way I would think of it. It's not really any particular genre. It's just he's got Adam Levine's got a great voice and
he does. And then oh man, I had like so many B.B. King albums. Like I thought B.B. King was the shit. Yeah. I thought his blues was like one of the best things I ever heard as a kid. Mm-hmm. And he had like that blues guitar. And I was just like, yo, this is some shit that you never hear. I never hear blues. Really? You never hear anybody play it. Like you would never just walk around and hear some like blues like out of somebody's car. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's rare. It's definitely rare. It's one of those genres that I feel like has been like co-opted by white people a lot.
Well, not even that. It's just a lost art. It's just like the blues is just like it had to be. It was huge in the 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s.
Yeah, I mean it's just I think the when the kind of rock, when the like blues influence in rock kind of faded out. I think that kind of happened 90s-ish. The grunge time was a little bit not very bluesy.
Grunge, when every white person looked dirty.
That's my city, man. That's Nirvana. Is straight Seattle.
Hey, Nirvana. Right, Nirvana was dope.
Grunge is.
They're from Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
I know that.
Yeah, that's pretty much ground zero of grunge is Seattle.
I love Seattle, man.
the best.
This is my favorite city to do stand up at.
It's nice. There are a lot of.
That's a lot to say. I've been in a lot of cities.
Yeah.
It's my favorite city to do stand up at.
Is this people there are progressive, but also willing to laugh most of the time? They're not like.
Listen, they've rocked with me when I brought up the worst subjects.
Right.
I was like, how you guys feel about abortion? They were like, well, tell us more.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, people are. Cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
LA, everybody gets tense. You bring up anything, everybody's asshole puckers.
People don't want to. Well, it was kind of like that at my school. I'll say. I think it's a different environment doing comedy for a university than doing it for like a city at large.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Colleges are really different in period. You got to be super clean.
It's this weird thing. I think it's just people have this like if I laugh at that, I'm a bad person feeling like, and I don't want people to know about it.
That's one of the best parts is when you can make someone laugh at something terrible. I did this child molestation joke before, and when people laugh, I was like, you guys all just laughed at that imaginary kid getting molested. I want you guys to go home and think about that. Yeah. And that's like the best part.
It's great.
And everybody says, they're like, yeah, I guess we did.
It's kind of that Bill Burr thing of just like, it's so much more satisfying too if you can make somebody come around on an idea that they absolutely disagree with.
Yeah.
And then,
this is, well, I guess, in the right circumstance.
Yeah, I don't agree with you at all, but
I can see what you're saying.
Yeah, I understand the logic at least. All right.
That's villain shit right there.
Mm-hmm. I think that's I like a stand-up comedian that's kind of like a heel.
Absolutely.
A heel. Yeah,
absolutely.
Better than I get real annoyed by the stand-ups who are in it for the applause breaks, who are in it for like, I'm gonna say something that you agree with and then you're gonna clap for me.
Oh, yeah. Like, I don't like when people be like, oh, I've been married for 20 years. Woo! Like, you start off like that, I'm like, you need attention.
Yeah. You're not there. I mean, it's just stand-up is about getting laughs.
Absolutely. That is the number one point.
Right. So if you're up there to get applause, I don't know what your overall goal is.
Right. That is not the goal. People just, you know what I think it is? I think it's also a bunch of people who like might have been popular in high school, who just don't want to let it go. So especially when I think it's different. When I see like black comedians, I'm like, these were all class clowns who just can't let it go. Right. Right.
Carl Tart is kind of like that. If you see Carl, I mean, he's hilarious though.
Yeah, he's definitely hilarious.
Were you a funny class clown or not? Were you just a dude who got attention by being like obnoxious?
Because I was a class clown who I like to pick my spots, right? And I just go for one banger a day, right? Damn, right? But I wasn't the guy like, yeah, and this. Like, nobody likes that guy. Guy gets annoying.
I was always more. The teachers laughed at me more than my student than the other people in the room.
That's because your brain's on a different level.
Oh, that's maybe. I've always been more. I was not quite teacher's pet, but right in that area.
Man, there's no gray area with teacher's pet. It's like you are.
Okay, I think everybody else probably saw me as a teacher's pet, and I found the gray area for myself.
Teacher's pet doesn't think it's a teacher's pet.
No.
What do you mean? It's my friend. Mrs. Johnson's my friend.
My guy, Mr. Doctor, great name, first of all.
His name was Mr. Doctor?
Yeah.
That's not his real fucking name.
It's his real name.
It is not his real fucking name.
Well, he grew up with my dad, and so we would talk about, like, Jewish shit all the time. Yeah. Like, there would be some assignment he would give to the rest of the class, and then him and I would just chat.
Mr. Doctor?
Mr. Doctor.
Oh, my God. That's
awesome. He was a cool guy.
Mr. Comedian. That'd be this. Well, he wasn't a doctor, though.
No, he was not a doctor. He would have called himself Doctor. That would be his official name if he was a doctor.
What was he? What did he do?
History teacher.
Wasted.
Do you think he should have been a doctor?
Duh. Wasted his life. Teaching about the past.
It would be very fun to be
Doctor! We need you.
Paging Doctor.
Everybody turns around. What?
You just say my first name twice?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Doc. Yes.
Doctor isn't the first name of doctors.
Mr. Doctor, that's my father. Call me Doctor.
Oh, man. Okay. I don't have a lot on lyrics, so I'm just probably going to have to go off the top of my head with this.
What else do you need for information?
Let's talk lyrics a little bit. Do you have any... What kind of... So you're in a little bit of a kind of underachieving, kind of a reaching for new heights kind of a feeling?
Alright, so right now, I have this, like, ambitious fire, right? And I'm like a volcano, you know what I mean? It's ready to erupt, right? Okay. So I spent the last 2-3 years just training. I feel like a boxer, just making his comeback from a horrible injury.
Okay.
So that's all I've been doing. Taking classes at UCB, of course.
Right.
Took my writing classes at UCLA. My God, how many acting classes have I taken and workshops? And so it was all just like being a better performer.
Right.
You understand? So I just been like, yo, go get super great. Go be the best. Go get dope. And then just work your way up with like from the ground floor.
Sure.
Which I should have done the first time. But I thought I was already dope when I came out here.
That's what a lot of people think.
Yeah, and then you realize, like, wow, people are really good at everything here.
Yeah. That's the thing with UCB I think it's really great, is that you get to... There's not like... At like Groundlings or a school like that, there's kind of a barrier between the really, really good people and the students. And at UCB... There's really not. I mean, it's you get to take classes from all these people that are really
even
smart.
Coaching. Like, you can get coaching from the people that you watch, and everybody's really accessible.
Yeah, totally. And it doesn't. But so you can see what it's like to be really good, and you can always have access to that. And then you also, it's not like an exclusive thing.
No. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm like, yo, let's like really just go. Because, it's one of those things when you know you have it and it's just about the work, It's all about the work.
Just go do it.
Just go do it. And it's about showing people that you have whatever you want to do, that you have that talent. So, whether it's the writing, the acting, the stand-up, it's just like you have to go be the best at it.
Yeah.
And you'll never be the best at it, right? Like we talked about earlier, you'll never be the best at that one thing. But you have to go and be your best, of course.
Right.
But we don't always give 100%. So if you would have asked me, Chaz, have you ever gave 100% in like your career since you started? I can tell you like 100% no. I can be like, no, I have never been on like all, well, except for like this last year.
Yeah.
I
feel like you've been putting it.
I've been at like 88%.
That's not bad. I feel like it's such a weird thing where like art. I mean, it makes sense, but artists are expected to put everything in.
Yeah.
You go any other job, but they're very comfortable with you being like 50% energy all the time.
But it's hard, man. It's hard because when you realize how much you have to give, right? Like I think there's definitely more than 100%. Like you can always be working. There's always something else to be working on, right? Yeah. So I'm just like, yo, have you given 100%? I'm like, yo, let's be honest. Like, no, you haven't. Right. It's not even like a probably thing. It's like there's so many times where I've just been sitting on my ass and I'm like, dude, get up, go work on this, go work on that.
I will say though, I think there is a little bit of not a stigma, but there's so much value in the intake too. You can't just if you grew up in a white room for 18 years and then popped out and you like I want to do comedy, you would be terrible at it. Yeah. You have to know what's going on and read books.
You do got to soak up the world.
Yeah. So as long as you're doing something like that in your downtime, I can do
all those Game of Thrones references.
Hey,
there's a ton of them.
There's a lot.
It's a ridiculous amount.
You can. I
spent 3 seasons not knowing anyone was talking about.
And now have you watched Game of Thrones?
Nah, I'm too into it. Every fucking blog that comes up, I'm like, let's see what these guys think is gonna happen.
Theories. You
I'm Reddit too. It's ridiculous, man.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be. That last season was a little bit meh for me.
It started off good, and it got boring to me,
and it just for a show that's like been so accurate.
Yeah.
To have. Very how do you get there? Like very obvious.
You know what my problem was with Game of Thrones? First, there's just too many fucking people I don't give a shit about. I don't care.
That's the wrong show for you.
Like, but they just keep adding like 8 new people every season. Like, hey, here's this guy's life and here's his past. I don't care about your fucking past.
That's fair.
What do you got to something like they keep like when they went and showed Sam, right? Like the fatter dude. I did not give a fuck about Sam's dad. I didn't care about his kid, his girl. I was like, what is...
I love Sam.
Sam better be the most important person. He wasted, 6 episodes.
Sam is my surrogate on the show.
Fuck Sam.
Because if I'm in Westeros, I'm going straight to the library. Where else am I? I'm not going to the battlefield. I'm going to go straight to the library and look shit up.
I was down with this journey, but when he went back home, and I was like, I don't give a shit.
That's fair. Well... I'm going to call it there.
All right.
That's going to be our first little segment. Chaz, thank you so much. Now, I've got a question for you.
Got an answer.
Have you ever heard the song Cars by Gary Newman?
Nope.
Well, you're about to hear it 3 times in a row.
Okay.
Because as both the timer for me and kind of a palate cleanser for you, I've created a little MP3 file that plays Cars 3 times in a row.
Okay.
And so...
So wait, the people have to listen to Cars 3 times in a row?
It's a suggestion I give almost every week if you want to experience the podcast like Chaz is. Just pause it real quick, listen to Cars 3 times, and then come back
Oh, so you don't make them do it. You just make me do it.
I feel like it'd be really illegal to put a copyrighted song 3 times in full onto a podcast every week.
I think only if you don't make money. I think you could do it.
You know,
that's legality.
I could. I'm not going to. I also there's this these audio files that I've been getting from these guys who I don't want to talk about it, but they'll hear it. I put it in every episode.
Okay.
There's this weird cult that they're dedicated to getting more subscribers to You're Gonna Love This. I don't know how that happens, but
a cult following. Awesome.
Yeah, literal cult following. And
they pray to the Moshcatel.
They pray to algorithm. You can listen to it at home. Or you can skip it. You can do whatever you want.
Or you can listen to Cars 3 times in a row.
Yeah. All right, Chaz. So I'm gonna set you up, and when we come back, I'm gonna play you the song I'm writing for you.
Let's do it.
What's up, guys? This is Adam Moshcatel, the host of You're Gonna Love This. I know normally in this portion of the podcast, either you're off listening to Cars by Gary Newman 3 times and skipping it, or you're listening to some audio clips that I have been receiving from a hacker buddy of mine that have been related to some sort of dangerous cult. I mean, we've been finding out about it. If you want to, know the whole story, go ahead and listen to all of the podcasts previous to this one. I don't have any better advice for you on that. But this week I didn't get an audio file. I actually received a number of JPEGs, and so I just wanted to kind of describe those to you so you could, get the idea of it too. So this first one here, it looks like some kind of symbol. It's actually, the rest of them are mostly photographs, but this one is it looks like it was done in paint, and it's a circle and a couple of ovals, and basically it looks like an innumerable number of eyes. Be the best way I would describe it. It's hard to look at, but at the same time kind of hard to take your eyes off of, and I'm having trouble looking away from my screen right now, so I'm just gonna hit the I hit the arrow key, and sorry, I kind of zoned out there for a little bit. Anyway, this next one here is the rest of them are actually scrambled up pictures. This is the only one that I could actually really legibly understand, and it looks like it's a chalkboard that says times we messed up the amen, and it looks like there's like hundreds of just scratches, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, that kind of tally cross. It looks like these guys have been messing up a lot. And then this last picture, it's actually just a paragraph, and it says, algorithm amen demands that you subscribe to You're Gonna Love This podcast on iTunes and SoundCloud, rate and comment on iTunes, follow us on whatever podcast app you want. I don't know why they said us. It's my podcast. And it does say ... there, and then it just ends. So okay, those are that's all the information I have. I guess I think next week probably we'll get another audio recording, but in the meantime, let's get back to my conversation with Chaz. Welcome back to You're Gonna Love This.
You're gonna love me.
Ooh. How'd you like that Cars break, Chaz? Did you enjoy it?
Well, I did realize I knew the song as soon as it started, and then I was like, who likes this song? Then I listened to it 3 times in a row. I was like, I should just plug in something that I want to listen to. But I figured that would take away from...
It's I think the regimented amount of time is important to me.
Well, I didn't care about that, but I was just like, this is Adam's thing.
And now, I think
you do this for a reason, I think. Why that song? Why Cars?
Well, it's a song... I think I might have said this before on the podcast, but when I was in high school, me and my friends would play charades every once in a while, and whenever we did, we would basically have this set up where you would put Cars on repeat, and you would put loud headphones on.
Cars?
And that person had to guess. I don't know. It's a very even volume, I think, throughout the whole thing. That's part of it. And so it was fun to watch somebody shouting at you, trying to guess when they're trying to, whoever was guessing charades had to listen to it.
That's
so
funny.
Yeah. So that's where that came from.
That's funny.
All right, Chaz. You ready to hear my song?
Yeah, let me hear this song.
All right.
Just got checkmate, so it's perfect time.
Ooh. Computer?
Yeah. No. Somebody. Some loser in the world.
Some asshole. All right. We can talk chess later. I've been getting into chess, but
all right, let's do it.
I'll play you the song now. Chaz, I believe in you. I can see in you a light that shines so bright. Just stop pretending. Your time is ending. It's your time tonight. Gotta get your ass in here. Take it to a level with no fear. You put in the work. It's time for you to fly like Captain Kirk. Chaz, I believe in you. I can see in you a light that shines so bright. Chaz, stop pretending. Your time is ending. It's your time tonight. The world's gonna love you. Even if I gotta shove you onto the stage. You got so much. If I gotta punch you onto stage, man, I'll do it. Chaz, I believe in you. I can see in you a light that shines so bright. Chaz, stop pretending that your time is ending. It's your time tonight.
That was fucking awesome, dog.
Thank you. That was my song for you. You
even gave me a little tear over here.
Oh.
You fuck.
Oh. Well,
that was dope, bro.
I'm glad I did it. Oh. Feel free, even after all of that, to say it wasn't perfect.
That was beautiful.
I can accept beautiful is good. I'm happy for you to tell me that it wasn't perfect, though.
I can't say that. I can't think of anything more perfect, dog.
Oh, man. Have I cracked the code?
That shit was amazing to hear.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear it. Did you like that I was saying it directly to you? Because I haven't actually done that.
Yeah, that was dope.
Okay. Oh, wow. So,
it was powerful, bro.
Yeah?
Hell yeah.
Music is a powerful language. It's got stuff, you know. I'm a very cerebral person in general, but
that you are.
I think music hits you on a much different level.
You know what's funny?
What's that?
It's like no matter where you go,
mm-hmm.
like if I'm driving in my car or on the bus, no matter where I'm traveling, if that song's playing, that's the soundtrack to my life right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like if I was driving in my car to an audition, that would be the song that's like playing.
All right. Well, I'm glad I
want a girl playing that like when I'm smashing, having sex, and she's like, "Chaz, I believe in you." That would be dope.
You want a girl? Do you want her to like have a guitar?
Right.
While you're fucking...
Yeah. I would just be like, "This is amazing. I love this girl."
Oh, that. I mean, yeah. If you can serenade someone while they're inside of you, that's a special person. I don't have that ability. I'm not gonna attempt singing while fucking. I think I'm gonna keep those activities separated.
Man, I need that, bro.
Oh well, I'm glad to hear it, Chaz. Do you have any complaints at all? Because if you have any complaints, I'm totally happy to hear them, and that makes this not a perfect song.
Nope. Zero complaints.
Man, is it just gonna turn into now? Well, I think it's one of those things.
I really wonder what anybody else would have to say.
Well, I'll tell you. I've gotten a lot better. I think that's a big part of it, is that early on I had no idea.
Because I had no idea, like, the direction you went in was not in my mind at all.
No?
Nah, because I feel like you brought this out from a real place of knowing me.
You know, I think so, but it was in there. It was in the interview. You were talking about
but from what you pulled from that, like, I didn't get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's my job. I gotta make that connection. I don't want to, directly be like, okay, so you want these lyrics in the song? Like, that's not a very fun listening experience, I think, for the people at home.
That's a very rare talent, dog.
Well,
I think so.
Thank you.
I'm not very musically inclined. I played like tuba in high school, and it sucked.
When I was in middle school, the band teacher tried to get me to play tuba because I was a little fat kid, and I think he just like saw me. He's like, "That's a tuba player." Yeah. And he came up to me, and his pitch was, "Son, you should play tuba. You're gonna be a star." And I was like, no tuba players.
Tuba players?
There's no such thing.
Why are you lying to me?
Unless you play tuba, you don't even realize that tuba is happening.
Unless you do like mariachi music, like those guys. There's some tuba stars. I'm sure there's some dude who's getting blown right now with his tuba wrapped around him naked.
Do you think? So like traditional band, it's like singer is usually the number one, like, and then guitarist, then like drummer and bassist are kind of right in the same mix. In a mariachi band, is the tuba guy number one? What about the dude with the giant guitar? I feel like he's got to be up there.
That's a big ass instrument. I don't know.
So it's like that. There's a trumpeter, tuba.
Wait, so
regular size guitar and giant
I always
guitar.
thought, maybe I'm wrong. I always thought, well, if the lead singer is not the lead guitarist, does that usually happen often?
It can.
Right.
There's, different bands. Jimi Hendrix played lead guitar and sang. But it depends.
Right. But he wasn't in the band, was he? Or he was the band.
Jimi Hendrix Experience.
Okay, that's right. I guess that's true.
Okay,
that makes sense. But then, like, I would always think, like, I thought the drummer got the most love. Or, like, the lead guitarist, I would say.
I feel like drummers attract to, like, a very particular kind of I feel like every, bassist and drummer, those are the people that, like, they dig the music.
Right, okay.
And then that's their in, and then they're like, but I still want to sleep with somebody in the band.
Right.
But, like, the singer, you don't need to care about music to sleep with a singer. You just have to be like, that dude is wearing an open shirt and I'm into it.
Women love singers, man.
Comedians
don't get love like that.
No, it's true. It depends. There's the, I can't remember where I heard this. Some podcast a while ago, they were talking about fuck guys versus not fuck guys in comedy. And there's the two types. It's the guys that come off stage and immediately try to find the girl that enjoyed their set the most. Right. And the people that are like, I do it because I like comedy.
I've had a few groupies in the day.
Yeah?
You get them. Like, I don't think it matters what you look like. You're going to find at least some weirdo who's into you.
Sure.
Like, I'm sure Patton Oswalt got, like, a couple weirdos.
Yeah.
Who are just like, I love your brain, right? And they're just like, oh. But I'm sure that happens. I think it's the power of the stage of being in front.
Sure, it's
the microphone.
It's confidence.
Yeah.
You're up there just being like, look, I can do this, and
and I think the more awkward you are, the better.
Because it's like you're confident enough to show that side of yourself.
But, like, Patton Oswalt was the most confident man on earth.
Oh yeah,
like, you're just like, look at this little frumpy thing.
Mm-hmm. And
right?
he's just out there telling it exactly how he feels. There's exactly.
That takes balls, man.
It does.
To know that you look like that every day. You're just like, hey, this is me.
Oh man, that's I'm gonna go ahead and just put a disclaimer. I think Patton Oswalt is a beautiful human being.
I think he's a beautiful person. I think he's funny looking.
I think that partially helps.
I think he knows it. It does. I think it helps his whole career.
Yeah,
because when they shit on him on King of Queens day after day, it was like the best part of the show.
Did you ever see? There's a clip that's online where there's some scene in King of Queens where
he's just standing there.
Yeah, have you seen that one? Oh, it's the best.
I try to find that episode, which is one of my favorite shows. I have all those fucking seasons for some reason.
That show that was stacked. That Jerry Stiller.
Man, that show was great.
Leia
Remini.
I'm a Kevin James fan. I liked his stand up a lot. I thought his
stand up was great.
I thought he was really good stand up.
And his brother's stand up is great also.
Who's his brother?
His brother played his cousin on the show, Danny.
Okay.
That's his real life
brother.
brother.
Yeah, they look alike.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Also a very good comedian.
I bet.
Man, underrated, man. Very underrated.
I mean, I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry tends to put a little bit of a damper on things.
Well, that's what happens when you get into these movies. And Kevin does more family stuff. So I had to give him, like, people like, oh, I hate Kevin James movies. I'm like, dog, he does a lot of very PG movies.
I will say, number one favorite romantic comedy of all time is Hitch. Period.
Oh, yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
That movie is fantastic.
Hitch is on top.
Kevin James is amazing in it.
Yeah, he was dope.
Allegra Cole and Alfred Brenneman. Are a couple to be envied. You know, they have a pure love, and
that's all I ever wanted was to be that fat dude with the hot chick.
Oh man, it's in movies.
It's in movies. It's in cartoons, like Family Guy, Simpsons. It's like all in it, like everywhere. Every sitcom.
Everybody
like,
feeds you the idea that like you're gonna get a hot wife. Don't even worry about it.
If I'm funny and weird enough and just be myself.
It's not even like a deal on those shows. It's just like, yeah, of course those people are married.
Yeah,
like,
somehow she doesn't go off and cheat. I'm like, how's she not cheating on this guy?
Lois would cheat on Peter. Oh. Lois should have left Peter season 1.
Quagmire been hitting that shit. Without a doubt.
Horrible.
I feel like I should go take your song and like drive down the the PCH in my convertible, my long hair, which I don't have.
No, you don't have either of those.
I don't have either of those. No. I got a gas. Actually, I got the Leaf today.
You do? Yeah. Oh, the fun fact about Chaz is my favorite thing about any person ever. Chaz's 2 cars are a Nissan Leaf and a Hummer H3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. H2 is just too big.
Sure.
But I test drove it.
Did you?
Yeah.
You thought about it?
I thought about it. I was like, this is just too big.
You're a man of contradictions.
I am, man. My whole life has been a contradiction. I think it's great.
Yeah, I do too.
Like when I was born, like I almost died at the same time.
Damn.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
I was like, it starts it off.
Was that like umbilical cord choke?
I think I was just weak. Your baby's weak.
And you just kept striving, man.
I just kept pushing.
Just kept going.
Now I'm overweight. There you go. Showed you guys, right?
Well, Chaz, thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Thank you, Adam. This was dope, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go have a good cry in my Leaf. That'll look real manly, right?
That's you're living your life. You're Patton Oswalding, man. You're being out there. Ladies will flock to your Leaf, seeing the dude crying in it.
It's why, and it's like a light blue, teal, whatever color it is. I don't know what color that is.
What, are you gonna get like a cherry red Leaf or something?
It really didn't matter. Even if it was like a dark blue or like black, right. I was like, it's not gonna be any manlier.
No, you can't. There's no cool color for a Leaf. It's a Leaf.
It's a Leaf.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, let me get this light blue. And I treat like my baby girl. That's my child.
Hey, and you got your dope limo, or your Hummer. I mean, I think of it as similar. But you know, if you want to really impress, you bring the Hummer out. And if you want to be sensible,
right?
Right.
Exactly. Thanks, man.
All right. Well, let's do a couple plugs. If you want to see Chaz and I and some other people do improv, then go to facebook.com/dadjokescomedy.
Dad jokes.
Yeah.
I love our team, man.
I do too, man. I've had a lot of people from the team on the podcast so far.
That's great.
Duncan will be on next week.
Nice.
Spoiler alert for the people listening right now.
Funny dude.
Very funny. Yeah, it's been it's a great team. A lot of supportive people.
Definitely. Kind
of like the perfect and also the worst group of people to have on this podcast, because I know they're probably gonna love whatever I do because they're all just so supportive.
But here's the thing, like, I would be super honest with you.
Yeah.
Because I think you can take it.
I've done bad songs and I've known it. Like, it's one of those things where, that felt good coming out of it. There's songs where...
But when you wrote this one, did you feel good?
Yeah. I think this was one of my... I've gotten a lot better at just going with whatever my impulse is and just sticking to it. I had do you know Edgar Montplaisir?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I met that dude. Yeah.
So he was on a couple weeks ago, and his advice was basically like, sounds like in your song, you started writing a good song, and then halfway through it, you just, like, bailed on your idea.
That's hilarious.
And I was like, yeah, that is kind of what I've been doing every week. So I stopped doing that last week. Mm-hmm. So far, 2 for 2 when I just write a song and don't...
I mean, like... hear Hoovie's song.
Well, you got to go listen to it then.
You're right. I'm going to do that.
Well, Jazz, again, thank you so much for coming on. Do you have any plugs you want to make? Do you have any... Twitter or anything like that you want people to be following you?
You know, I've been like off of social media for like 2 months now.
Yeah, and it feels good?
It feels great, man. I feel so much more efficient.
Sure.
But then, you know, Pokemon Go takes up most of that time, so...
Not that... Still a lot of phone time.
Still a lot of phone time, but I can play it while I'm driving, so...
Can you?
I do. Okay. And then, like, they'll tell you, like, hey, don't play this while you're driving, and I just say, okay. Or it's like, are you a passenger? Yeah, whatever.
Of course I am. Just shut up.
Yeah. I'm going to pass up all these Pokestops? No.
That's a great note to end on, Chaz. Third, thank you. Thank you so much again for coming on the podcast.
And now I'm about to go MMA train. Isn't that great?
That's fantastic.
Pokemon Go to MMA training.
You're doing it, man. You're listening.
Walking, talking
to the message I put out.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, listeners.
I believe in you. All the can see in you. Light that shines. So you sung it way better than I did.
Well, I'm glad you did it anyway.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what else to say. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Adam.
Yep. Bye.